Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
Join me in a celebratory toast that football is back.
How you doing, bro?
Fucking fantastic.
Me too.
I got the Birds game on. I actually get to watch it this time.
Yep.
The freaking Phillies game was blacking it out on Saturday.
Well, now you got YouTube TV sponsored by your boy.
Yes, sir. Even though this is on Hulu right now.
You can watch both.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up.
What's happening, y'all?
So we got a fire show for you guys. As y'all know, we announced last week, Tuesday, 7:00 p.m., we are going live with Smitty and King DV to do our 2023-2024 NFL schedule predictions live on this program right here at this time on Tuesday. Shout out to them for coming on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are super amped and excited and got some surprises for y'all that we cooking up. Got a little bit of a hybrid show. We're going to loosely talk about the Eagles-Browns game when we can fit it in, but we also got a bunch of other things to talk about. The running back dominoes have fallen. Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook have found homes. We're going to talk about that, whether it moves the needle for those teams. We're going to talk about Shannon Sharpe and his journey of finding a new place to talk about sports. I'm going to give you my top 10 list. We'll get into that a little later. Got a little beef, but it's cool. And then we'll round it out with out of left field. We're gonna try to take that Sporkle quiz that we tried to take last week, but second time's a charm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm excited. Let's get right into this shit, bro.
Yes, sir. They just kicked off.
Cool.
Sweet. All right. The dominoes have fallen. Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott have found teams. Ezekiel Elliott was the first to sign. He signed with the New England Patriots, and then that prompted Dalvin Cook to sign with the New York Jets. Both running backs were linked with both teams, so it's kind of like a stalemate, in my opinion. But once the one domino fell, you knew the other one was going to. And both these guys go to the AFC East. What are your thoughts?
I think initially, looking at the contract, so Zeke's is 1 year up to $6 million. He's got a base salary of $2 million signing bonus, and then another $1 million based off incentives. I think the reason Cook didn't sign right away is because Zeke, I think the money was too far apart between Cook and the Jets. And I think when Cook saw and the Jets saw that Zeke got 6, it made it easier for the Jets to say, okay, we can give you that money because a lesser running back got $6 million. I think that's personally what it came down to. Cook ended up signing a 1 year, $8.6 million deal, and that's fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
With, I believe, some incentives to bring it up to 12. So,
okay.
Which is cool. That's good money for him.
It's a W for the running back market. I mean, we've talked about it on this program that the running backs have kind of gotten the shit end of the stick. And for Cook to kind of get a deal that he deserves, it's a win for the running backs. Even though it's only 1 year, but I'm interested to see the fit of Ezekiel Elliott with the Patriots. Because now you look at their running back room, you got like a big boy duo of Ramondre Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott.
Yep.
paired with Jacoby Myers, Hunter Henry, and Mac Jones. Well, as an op in the AFC East, does it move the needle for you or no?
I don't think so. I don't think that wins them any games because I don't think they're good enough to the point where Zeke should make an impact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I think in a game-to-game basis it might, but I don't think it moves the win total needle because Zeke's not who he once was. Like, Zeke, to me, would have made an impact on a championship-ready team.
You think he would have made an impact on the Jets?
I think so. I think so, simply in the red zone.
Yeah.
But I just think the Patriots just aren't good enough to the point where it should make an impact, really, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is true.
They don't have a receiving core. Hunter Henry hasn't been good since he was with the Chargers 3 years ago. Mac Jones, he's losing his starting spot to Bailey Zappi. Bill Belichick's forgotten how to coach.
Well, it's because Tom Brady left the building.
I know. So I don't expect it to really move a needle for them. It'll be cool. Like if they had a guy that was a bell cow speed back that can get up and down the field and then added Zeke, I think it'd matter more. But I really don't feel like you're switching anything up for these defenses that they're going to be playing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're basically given the same look no matter what running back you have in there.
Yeah. I kind of agree. You're kind of missing like a kind of a lightning, explosive back in that room. Whereas when you look at the Jets, you have Dalvin Cook, who is kind of that build.
Yes.
But then you got Breece Hall, who is an explosive runner. So it makes sense. But to put two Thunderbacks together is an interesting strategy.
Yeah, it's like running Eddie Lacy and LeGarrette Blount.
Oh my God, Eddie Lacy,
bro, that's a name.
That's a name for sure.
Yeah.
I have to agree with you. I don't really think for the Patriots it's really going to move the needle. I think it makes them a cool wild card, outside looking in team. Like they're going to be fighting for that last spot, I think. And I think they'll be a little better than they were last year. I mean, when you change your coaching staff and put your defensive coordinator, your offensive coordinator, pull a damn Juan Castillo, what do you think is going to happen? You know, obviously, your quarterback's going to look like he forgot to play football.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having Bill O'Brien in is going to help resurge Mac Jones a little bit. I'm not saying he's going to just absolutely tear the league apart, but to have a guy who has experience in New England and obviously knows offense rather than Matt Patricia running your offense, it should help a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I'd have to agree with you that I don't really think it's going to move the needle too much. Yeah,
and I think at best, in the best situation, Mac Jones is a bridge quarterback in the best situation. You know what I mean? I think in the next 2, 3, 4 years, we're going to start thinking about him in the Josh McCown, Ryan Fitzpatrick,
I think like Daniel Jones. You think like
I think Daniel Jones is just a step above that. Yeah, because of the athletic ability.
Not the Daniel Jones upside, but like the base, like base Daniel Jones.
I think at best, that's what he becomes. I mean, he had a solid rookie year, but think about it. He was playing with one of the best offensive coordinators in football his first year, one of the best overall head coach, the best head coach of all time. And he was mid. He was a rookie, but there's been no improvement. Like we didn't see anything on film last year that made us think like, hey, that's a throw he couldn't make last year. That's a play they wouldn't put in the book last year. You know what I mean? Right. There was none of that last year. He's just sort of leveled off after year one. So I don't see him becoming anything in a league like today. If you don't have an elite quarterback, you're out of the Super Bowl. You're out of the playoff implications.
Especially in the AFC.
So Those are my thoughts on the Zeke signing. I think it's good. I think it'll be good for them. I don't see it bumping the win total at all because you just basically signed another Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah,
with less athletic ability because he's older, in my opinion. So
yeah, and he's got a lot of tread on the tires, or
he
a lot
does.
of yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's what Brad Paisley said.
Yeah,
mud on the tires.
Facts. Let's talk about Dalvin Cook. You sat on this program and said he would be the missing link. Well, they added the link. Are the Jets going to win the AFC? Yes or no?
We're going to win the next 3 Super Bowls. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I think this absolutely gives us a little bit of a boost in that AFC conversation just because now we 100% know that we're going to have a good running game. With Breece Hall, it's a little bit questionable because of the ACL, but now it's like no matter what, we're going to have a good running game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have a safety net with Dalvin Cook in case it takes a while for Breece Hall to get his legs going.
Mm-hmm.
You can rely on Dalvin Cook. You can rely on Michael Carter.
Mm-hmm. Who's a good number 2 back, and now he's a 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you guys are straight if Breece Hall. And if Breece Hall comes out the gates swinging, exactly. That's going to be scary hours for the league.
Mm-hmm. And both can play in the receiver role a little bit. We saw Breece Hall in the slot today during practice, his first day back. Dalvin Cook has shown that he's had some good receiving games before. Not that they're to the level of guys like Austin Eckler or anything like that, or Christian McCaffrey, but they're capable. It adds a
wrinkle to the offense.
Yes. You can run 2 running backs out in the field now because both of them can receive a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I could already picture it now. You line up Breece in the slot and you have Dalvin Cook in the backfield, and we run a jet sweep to Breece Hall. Like I could see things like that happening. That's now that we have Dalvin, it unlocks a new portion of the playbook with 2 running backs on the field.
Yeah.
So, and we're deep at tight end, so we know we're gonna have extra blockers up front. My biggest concern is our offensive line, because at this point in preseason and training camp, we should not be switching out our first team guys constantly. Right. We should have this figured out by now. And if it were me, I'm playing Dwayne Brown, Lincoln Tomlinson, Joe Tippmann, Elijah Vera Tucker, Mekhi Becton. That's our best 5.
Right.
That's who we should be playing with. And for some reason, we're just not putting it together. And I don't know if that's because Mekhi Becton's not healthy yet. Dwayne Brown obviously isn't healthy yet. He will be for week 1.
Yeah.
But, there's still a lot to figure out. But I think now on the offensive side of the ball, there really shouldn't be any questions outside of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. No, I agree. Their offense is deep. Aaron Rodgers has a crap ton of weapons to use at his disposal.
Yes.
From the receivers to now Dalvin Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Like the excuses are dwindling for this Jets team.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely puts them in that second to first tier conversation of teams in the AFC kind of trying to push for a Super Bowl. I think they could rival the Bengals and the Chiefs. I
think so too. I just need to see it on the field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, their schedule's somewhat favorable. They have a young defense who's elite.
Yes.
Sauce with the sauce.
Best corner in football.
Best corner in football, no question. And I mean, with Aaron Rodgers, I mean, you saw some of the clips from Hard Knocks. They're like, dude, we have a chance to win every single football game because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Like they're like, dude, like we can actually win.
Yep.
Like,
yep. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think they'll definitely be one of those teams in the AFC who's knocking on Super Bowl. And Dalvin Cook definitely solidifies that, in my opinion.
Yes. Was it our
and,
biggest need? No. It's a luxury signing.
Right.
So, and I'm here for that.
Right, but it makes your offense that much more explosive.
It does. And last point I'll make too, This also helps the defense too, because now we have 2 backs that can get 20 carries a game plus if we needed them to. This is going to keep our defense off the field. It's going to keep them fresh, and we're already young, so there's no reason why we shouldn't be fresh.
Yeah.
It's just going to make our defense look a lot better. The RPO stuff is going to be disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it on the field. I mean, here's another concern too, and I saw this on Twitter. Dalvin Cook is going for his 6th straight 1,000-yard season. Do you know the last time a running back has had 6 1,000-yard straight seasons?
Let me guess. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. LaDainian Tomlinson.
Walter Payton.
Okay. Damn.
It's been over 40 years that a running back has had 6 straight 1,000-yard rushing seasons.
And he's on that cusp.
Yeah, so
damn.
When you really look at it, history is telling you he's going to start to decline.
Yeah.
Which makes me a little bit nervous, but I also think he's young enough. He doesn't have as much tread. He hasn't been injury prone. So,
right.
Yep. I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, with this offense, even if he is not a little like what he was in his prime with Minnesota, a little bit,
he's the best 2 in the game. He's the best 2. So, like,
yeah, you have Aaron Rodgers commanding the offense, and you have a bunch of talented skill players around that are gonna take load off of you. So it's not like he goes to a team where he is the guy.
Nope.
Like I think if he would have went to like Dallas, he would have been the guy with all the pressure with him and Tony Pollard, but it didn't work out that way. So I think it would be good for the Jets, no question.
And he's going back to number 33. Name the last Jets player to wear number 33.
Jamal Adams.
What's the one before that? We've said his name a couple times on the pod. No reason we should remember his name in football history, but for some reason we do. Chris Ivory.
Ah, yeah.
Chris Ivory.
Yep.
So
yeah,
dude, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited about what's going on in this preseason game, even though the Eagles just let up a safety. Stupid Marcus Mariota. The goal line stand. Nakobe Dean forces a fumble, and the Eagles recover. So good sign there, I think. Shout out. Linebacker number 1.
Is there?
All right. Let's talk about some ESPN waiver wire.
Killer free agency signing here for ESPN.
Stephen A. Smith, as some would say, GM, back at it. Yes. So, in football terms, for those of you that don't watch TV, Shannon Sharp went from playing with, let's think of a rivalry. He's no longer playing with the Ravens. He signed with the Steelers. Jeez.
So, Shannon Sharp is going to First Take with Stephen A. Smith Mondays and Tuesdays, probably to start week 1 would be my guess.
I would assume so.
Bro, ESPN is going to be fucking awesome.
ESPN is going to be top tier this year, bro.
First Take with Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. And then the Pat McAfee show is going to be on there soon.
Facts.
Bro.
Facts. Hey, listen, we were shitting on ESPN like a month ago for all the layoffs, but hey, they answered the bell in a big way.
They did. I'm still nervous about the basketball.
Yeah, that's definitely
I'm extremely nervous
for sure.
I mean, if they get JJ Redick and Doris Burke in there, I'll be happy.
Hey, don't sleep on Doris Burke.
I said if they get them in there, I'll be happy. I ain't sleeping. I ain't sleeping.
Everybody wants to sleep on Doris Burke. Like she ain't
Pause.
It's not like top tier,
bro. Doris
ESPN
Burke is the
reporter.
queen of. She's the queen of basketball.
Yeah,
she is.
She even got a little bit of a handle. Let's give her a shot.
Yeah. Pause.
No, this is definitely an electric signing, and definitely a fuck you to Skip Bayless. So going from undisputed to First Take with Stephen A. I know I know Skip Bayless is rolling right now.
Oh my God, yeah, groveling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, Undisputed looks pretty good too.
Yeah, Skip and Shady.
No, it's Richard Sherman.
Oh, Richard Sherman. That's right. That's right. I don't know why I was thinking.
We got Skip and Richard Sherman, and then every Friday, it's Skip and Lil Wayne.
That's funny.
I mean, it's going to be a garbage show. Like, there's not going to be any intelligence whatsoever outside of Richard Sherman. But I think the talking of the banter with Lil Wayne and Skip will be pretty cool.
Yeah.
No mercy.
Yeah. No, but I mean, we sat up here on this program and we broke down how fire would it be for Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp to join forces. Mm-hmm. I think it was him and Michael Irvin on our wish list of guys to go to First Take.
Yep.
So it's good to see Shannon Sharp talk ball with Stephen A. He deserves it.
Yeah, and I'm a little sad it's not full time, but right. I do also like the fact that Stephen A. is keeping all his guys. He loves to talk to JJ a couple times a week, and Mad Dog and him on there are funny as hell. I hate Mad Dog.
Yeah.
But him and Mad Dog are so funny.
It's all whenever I watch it, it's just feelings on feelings, just clashing.
And then you throw JJ in the mix with Mad Dog and Stephen A. It's
yeah,
it's good. It's good television.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what you need.
Terrible sports.
And Shannon Sharp definitely adds to that dynamic.
He does, and it's cool because he's on there for 2 days a week, right after Sunday and Monday Night Football. And then you also have, he's also going to be able to keep doing Club Shay Shay. So
yeah,
and I like them podcasts.
Yeah, they're definitely good watches.
Yeah, bro's got a sick studio.
Facts.
That is sick.
That's a sick name, Club Shay Shay.
Yeah,
Uncle Shay Shay.
Club Shay Shay. We only do something before 2 something. Okay. So. Yeah, dude, this should be exciting. Oh my God, I can't wait to see. They're going to agree on so much shit.
Yeah, they are.
They are, which is going to be weird because I feel like Skip and Shannon were such opposites, and so were Stephen A. and Skip. So I wonder what's going to make them clash.
Right.
But I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe sprinkling in Mad Dog so they can just gang up on them.
Yo, Mad Dog and Shannon, I'm more excited for than Stephen A. and Shannon.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Facts.
I cannot wait.
That and Pat McAfee, definitely 2 elite pickups for ESPN.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
shout out,
bro. We're gonna be so filled with euphoria when football's back.
Yeah.
There's gonna be something to watch all the time. Good Morning Football, still fire. And then you got all the ESPN weekly shows, and then we got college football on Saturdays, which I plan on getting back into this year.
Right.
I kind of want to watch some college football.
I've never been a college football head.
Me neither. But I don't know. It seems like a vibe, bro. I don't know what to tell you. A bunch of kids our age going out there.
Yeah, and just.
I can't wait to sit on my chair and yell at a kid for being bad at football that's younger than me.
Hey, give it 3 years, bro.
Yeah, facts. But no, dude, this is really cool. It's another win for ESPN. Hopefully they'll return back to their glory days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen A. and Skip was the pinnacle for sure, and then Stephen A. and Max, they weren't terrible. They were pretty good.
Yeah,
but
Max was just an idiot.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Now, to get into FS1 a little bit, I'm a big fan of First Things First with Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Kevin Wildes. I think that shit is actually really funny because they work with each other so well. Their graphics are fire. Their studio's fire.
Yeah.
And they say some outlandish shit sometimes. If that shit moves to ESPN, bro, Fox falls apart.
That's facts. Yeah.
They have Colin Cowherd, and that's it.
And speaking of Colin Cowherd, fuck you, Colin Cowherd. So let's talk about my top 10 list. I'll be honest, I wasn't really sure what to do with my list until I saw this earlier today.
Hang on, let me put you on blast real quick. This man, every show, we do one show a week where we're going to alternate our top 10 lists. This man had 2 weeks to figure out his list. I got his list 2 hours ago. I got to come home and rush through a graphic. Oh my God, it was a nightmare.
Listen, it's a spur of the moment thing. As Marcus Mariota overthrows another pass.
Bro, I'm prepared. I'm prepared for class.
He's ass.
I'm prepared for class. Okay? I get my lists ready, my graphics ready. Okay?
Listen, I have severe procrastination disorder.
Facts.
Let me cook.
I don't think that's a disorder, but we'll call it that if you would like.
It definitely is a disorder.
All right, let's get into this. Why you're so angry at Uncle Colin?
Yeah. Well, number one, Uncle Cahard has shit takes.
I personally like the show. I like the relaxing of it. It's so relaxed. It's chill.
It is, but some of his takes are bullshit. So on his show today, he dropped the top 10 quarterback wide receiver duos in the NFL today. So here's the list. Number 1, Joe Burrow. Number 2, Trevor Lawrence, or Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. 2, Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley. 3, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Number 4, Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson. Number 5, Derek Carr, Chris Olave. Number 6, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. Number 7, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson. Number 8, Dak, CD. Number 9, Tua, Tyreek Hill. And number 10, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Tell me what's wrong with this list, bro. How do you not have Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown off of this list? After the season that they had together last year, the insane chemistry they have, because they're boys.
Yep. Yeah.
How are they not on this list?
I don't know. Uncle Colin might be sleeping. I just want to look at this again. So it like if anybody should fall off of this list, it's Derek Carr and Chris Olave or Rodgers and Wilson. Personally, just because we haven't seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we haven't seen Lawrence and Ridley too, but the hype is real.
The hype is definitely real.
It's higher than Rodgers and Wilson. It's higher than Carr and Olave. So
right.
If anyone should get bumped off the list for those guys, it's Derek Carr and Chris Olave or Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So that inspired me to make my own top 10 quarterback wide receiver duo list heading into 2023.
Shout out Uncle Colin for
inspiration.
For giving Anthony a list because we would have come unprepared to class. So
no, I would have come up with something, but I was like, nah, I definitely have to do this.
Respect.
So we'll run through my list. You want me to start at number 1 or you want me to start at number 10? And we'll
start at 10. We'll work our way up.
All right. So here's my list. I'll start out at number 10. Now hear me out. I have Justin Fields and DJ Moore at number 10. I think we've seen the chemistry that they've had at camp. Justin Fields and DJ Moore lighting up camp. I think he is going to be the guy that Justin Fields relies on solely with the passing attack. Maybe not solely, but the majority of the targets are going to be at DJ Moore.
Yep. And
he's a guy who is definitely capable of making his quarterback better and putting up major stats. And I think the team overall is going to be better than it was last year. I know you have your doubts, which is fine. I mean, everybody has their doubts about the Bears, but I think having a bona fide number 1 around a guy like Justin Fields, who, I mean, if he just is mid at passing the ball and still is elite as a runner, they're going to be leaps and bounds better than what they were last year. So I think he's just going to be spamming DJ Moore most of the year. So for that reason, I have him at number 10, and I think it's gonna make Justin Fields look a little bit better too, having a guy like DJ Moore that He's a bona fide number one.
I could agree with that. Yep.
High traffic, 50-50 ball getter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he'll make him better. So, yeah. Number 10, Justin Fields, DJ Moore. Number 9, I have Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. Only because I don't think the Vikings are going to be as good as they were last year, but Justin Jefferson is going to be a guy that's always getting his numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And with them losing Adam Thielen, you have a question mark at that wide receiver 2 spot. I mean, Jordan Addison is kind of answering the bell in camp here, but
he's just not ready
rookie.
yet. He's a
rookie.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know for sure until you really get to the game. So they're going to be relying on Justin Jefferson that much more, and they lost their running back, so they're just going to be airing that hoe out.
Okay.
So
the profanity out there. You're passionate about this one. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Gotta air that motherfucker out. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying they're airing that out. So yeah. They're definitely gonna get their stats. They might be like a fringe 7-9 win team, in my opinion. So I mean, it's not gonna really move the needle too much, but I mean, Justin Jefferson's always gonna put up Madden numbers, so that's the only reason why I have him on this list, and I have him at number 9. Number 8, I have Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, kind of for the same reasons, although I think Dallas has a better shot to kind of like do something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They always put up the numbers. It's another year that Dak and CeeDee have under their belt. And I think you can make the argument that he's going to have, Brandon Cooks to throw to, Michael Gallup, Jake Ferguson emerging as their starting tight end. That might take away from CeeDee, but CeeDee's elite. He's an elite guy.
He is.
And like I said, they get their stats. He'll probably be the go-to guy for Dak this year. So, yeah, I got him at number 8. Number 7, I got Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. This one, I think, honestly, I can move them ahead of the Saints. I think the Lions are going to have a massive breakout year, which we've talked about on this pod, and I think you agree with me when I say that
we are Lions believers.
They are set up for success, and it starts with Jared Goff. It's going to be a passing system. You look at the running backs that they have, like Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. They're not big run between the tackles, thunderbacks. They're more scat guys that, they work around in space. They bump outside. They can catch the ball. So it's going to be a lot of Jared Goff dropping back, and I think it bodes well for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he sees 1,000+ this year. So easy. So yeah.
With Jameson Williams missing the first 6 weeks.
Yeah, he's going to be that dude. So, I got him at number 7. Number 6, I have Derek Carr, Chris Olave. It's interesting. You can make the argument that they should be off this list, and I mean, right? I get it, but they how do I say this? I think when you look at their division, the Saints have the runway to kind of make their trash like you heard the saying, no matter how much lipstick you put on a pig, it's still a pig.
Damn.
I feel like that's going to be the Saints this year. They're good enough, I think, to get to the playoffs, and I think adding a guy like Derek Carr, who's an upgrade over Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston, with a guy like Chris Olave, who has potential to put up 1,000-yard season, that's going to be a deadly connection. And I mean, you look at their wide receiver core. Who else is he throwing to?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Michael Thomas, we don't know. Traquan Smith has been trying to have a breakout season for 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, they're gonna be building a connection, and he's gonna be a go-to guy for Derek Carr. So, and I don't think they have like the upside of some of these guys in the top 5, but I think it's going to make waves,
Yep.
no question, in their success. I mean, they're an underrated team this year
They are.
for sure.
I'm a big believer. I'm big believer in those two teams, the Saints and the Lions. Big believers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you and I both, brother. You and I
Yep.
both. I mean, you can make the case to switch them out for the Jets. I just think the reason why I don't have the Jets on this list is just because Aaron Rodgers is going to be spreading the ball around a lot more than like just spamming Garrett Wilson every single time he drops back the pass. Not saying that they're not going to be a good duo this year. I think they will. But
Yeah.
I just think he has chemistry with Lazard. You got Corey Davis, Randall Cobb, CJ Udoma. And you just added Dalvin Cook, who can also catch out of the backfield, can run the ball. Yeah, I just think you're gonna see Garrett Wilson, but he's not gonna be like the majority guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could be, but
Yep.
yeah. So that's why I have Derek Carr, Chris Olave only at 6.
Mhm.
So yeah, top 5 now. I have Tua and Tyreek Hill at number 5. If Tua can get through an entire NFL season,
Which we're hoping for.
I'm hoping. Yeah, we're hoping for prayers for Tua. It's gonna be like Madden numbers with Tyreek Hill, how he burns defenses. And if Tua can, be confident in dropping back and develop a little bit more as a passer instead of, kind of making some timely mistakes.
Yep.
I think they're going to be a problem for the AFC. I'm definitely interested to see like when the Eagles match up against them on Sunday Night Football. That's going to be an interesting combo that the Eagles go up against.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, the question mark for me why there's only at 5 is Tua's health, I think.
Yep.
And I guess you could also say Jalen Waddle being in there too, but it doesn't take away from the threat that Tyreek Hill is, because like what you mentioned before we came on this show, he was on pace to put up 1,800 last year.
Yep.
So when healthy, yeah, they're one of the most dynamic duos in the league. But for me, I just have to see it from Tua. There's no question that Tyreek Hill can ball out, but I just need to see Tua improve as a passer in his decision making and get through an entire season without like getting a lot of CTE.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope not either, bro. I hope that's the last. Last year is the last of it for Tua.
Yeah.
Number 4, I have Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley. I mean, he's going to be the number 1 down there. Trevor Lawrence and the Jags are super hyped. The hype is real in the AFC South. I mean, they're the best team in that division by far, by a mile. Yep. It's not even close. And they made waves without Calvin Ridley last year. They got to the divisional round. They put up a good fight against the Chiefs. They only lost by a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Couple plays could have went their way, and they would have been in the AFC Championship game. And things are probably a little bit different at the end of last season. So
yep.
I think they definitely have the potential to get back to that point. And I think Calvin Ridley is definitely a big upgrade for the Jags. And he's definitely going to be a tool that Trevor Lawrence is able to use, in addition to Christian Kirk and Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram, Zay Jones,
Jamal Agnew.
Yeah, Agnew.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, I definitely do think they're gonna get their chemistry off, and when they do, it's gonna be electric.
Nice.
Yeah. Number 3, I got Jalen and AJ. So you're welcome, Colin. I fixed it for you. I mean, I don't really have to talk about it too much. We saw last year that the boys back in town just absolutely balling out. What I think of, and with the Eagles, you can make the argument that there's too many mouths to feed, which there is. AJ Brown isn't putting up like 150 and 3 touchdowns every single game, but
No.
with Jalen and AJ having that great chemistry, like the potential is there every single game.
Yes.
That he can. And I just think back to the Steelers game at the middle of last year. This dude had $150 and 3 touchdowns going into halftime. In the halftime.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. And they torched the league last year. You saw it just about every week in the Super Bowl on the biggest stage. They had that long 50-something yard bomb that it almost made it seem like they were on their way to win the game. So I think you have a full off season of them kind of working, getting even better, and it's just another year in the system. And you could say, like I mentioned earlier, that there's too many mouths to feed, but I think the Eagles starters are going to be playing a lot more in these third and fourth quarters. So I think the numbers are going to look a little bit better. I think they'll be inflated a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's a couple clutch situations that we were in last year that Jalen just trusted AJ and he came through. So, whether they need one or it's just we're just going to shit on everybody, I think Jalen and AJ are one of the best duos in the league.
Okay.
I got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase at number 2. You can honestly flip-flop these top 3 any way you want. We've seen Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase for a couple years now, and 2 all-pro caliber players just with insane chemistry, kind of like Jalen and AJ. They've been around each other for a while. Went to a Super Bowl. They have playoff run after playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
And they're only going to get better. They're young guys, and they've solidified themselves as a staple in the AFC. And yeah, I mean that's Joey B's number 1 dude, and they put up numbers too. So I think they're going to continue to do the same thing. And obviously at number 1, you cannot dispute Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce as being the best QB receiver duo, even though Travis Kelce's a tight end, but he's practically a big body receiver.
Yep. Facts.
It's almost unguardable between these two. They've played for so long. They've played longer than any of these guys on this list.
Yep.
And have won Super Bowls. They've had numerous playoff runs. I mean, this is a Hall of Fame duo, in my
Not even you're looking at the potential GOAT at each position right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing and catching one another.
Yep.
Like it's hard to make a case for anybody else to be better than this duo. You got two practically Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
Just shitting on the rest of the league together. So there's not much I can say about that. Other than these are 2 Hall of Famers that have won Super Bowls and they just continue to wreak havoc on the league. And nobody can figure it out after how many years now?
Yeah. They're just too talented.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're just too talented.
So here's my list. I left the Bills off of there just because I really do think that they're going to take quite a step back this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of uncertainty and a lot of turmoil coming out of off season and camp and things like that, and losing Devin Singletary and having James Cook and Latavius Murray as your running backs, it's gonna be all that much important for the passing game to get off. And I mean, what are defenses gonna look at the stop first?
Yep.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna be as good this year. And yeah, I mean, you could honestly switch the Saints for the Jets. Because you can make the same case for both teams. But other than that, I think this list is pretty solid. It's better than Collins. It's better than Uncle Collins, no question.
Okay. So the more I've looked at the list, the more issues I've come up with it, in my opinion. Okay. So just hear me out. First, I'm going to talk about the guys on your list, and I'm going to talk about guys that aren't on the list. Number one and two are perfect. That should stay the same. That should be consensus every year until further notice. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. If it were me, I'm sliding Jalen and AJ probably down to 5, basically for the reasons you told us. I think there's just a lot of mouths. I think you guys are going to – I think numbers probably will look a little bit worse. They'll be playing on the field more in fourth quarters, but I also –
worse, though, if they're –
not worse. Like, they'll be great, but the numbers I'm talking about, the numbers aren't going to be as pretty just because your schedule is by far way harder than last year. Way harder than last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of these great defenses, they try to take away your best weapon, and that's AJ. And he's gonna have a couple games where maybe it goes 4 for 40. He's gonna have a couple of them. You know what I mean? Just because there's a lot of talent on defense, especially in the schedule you're playing. So not move him outside of the top 5. Probably slide him down to 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So
would you switch Jalen and AJ for Tua and Tyreek?
I would. Those guys would be my number 3.
Yeah.
And here's why. So the 3 things that I'm looking at when I'm building a list like this, I'm thinking about straight numbers. I don't care about win-loss. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm looking at production, I'm looking at chemistry, and can they be stopped? Those are the 3 things I'm looking at. Okay.
Right.
Tua and Tyreek last year. I mean, you can't knock Tua for not being healthy last year. When they were on the field, they were probably the best duo in football last year. I mean, you look at the numbers Tyreek put up. You look at how the points per game that Tua and him were putting up together. They were averaging like 33 a game when they were on the field together. Okay?
Yeah.
So if it's me looking at it objectively, maybe Tua doesn't stay healthy this year, but let's say he does because we're assuming everybody on this list is going to be healthy. I think Tua and Tyreek should be 3. I think and this is a hot take, so hear me out. I think Tyreek has a chance to break the 2,000 mark this year.
That's a hot take.
I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen this year. Somebody in the NFL is going to break the receiving yards record this year. It's either going to be Tyreek or the guy that I think needs to move to 4. Okay? Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me.
Nolan Smith just went in the blue tent.
Oh, no. Listen, so Tua and Tyreek at 3, okay? 4, I've got to put Kirk and Jeff and Jay Jettis at 4. Here's why. The team's not going to be as good.
Yeah.
But Kirk every year is 4,500 yards and 30 touchdowns. Every year. Wins, losses, doesn't matter. And Justin Jefferson is going to go down as a top 5 receiver of all time if he's healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These I would put them higher on my list if I didn't have so many questions about Kirk. They would be in my top 3. So I'm going to put them at 4. Okay? So looking at my top 5, Pat, Joe, Kirk, Tua, Jalen at 5. That's how I would have it. Just because the numbers are going to be fucking outrageous if those 2 duos stay healthy.
Yeah.
Okay? So going to 6 through 10, if it's me, I'm taking Derek Carr and Chris Olave off the list simply because of chemistry.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it yet. I'd like to see it. I think they could be top 10. But going into the year, I'm not comfortable putting them on here, especially with the guys we've left off. So Jared and Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'd probably slide up. Same thing with Dak. They will go up to 7 and 8. And then Derek Carr, Olave, and Fields and DJ Moore off the list. And again, I'm going to keep going back to it with Justin Fields. He showed us absolutely nothing last year that says he could be a good passer in the NFL. Nothing. Not a single thing last year screamed, this guy can throw the ball. Not a thing. And I'm sorry, he went 3 for 3 for 145 yards in preseason off of screens. Off of screens. So
that is true.
You know what I mean?
I did see somebody that was trying to push your agenda and say Justin Fields threw some kind of interception after he threw downfield. It was the fucking backup.
Yeah.
It was the backup.
I said his stats correctly. 3 for 3, 145. Okay? So I'm sorry. There's nothing that he's shown me that says he's going to be a good quarterback. Nothing. There's not a single thing. His weapons are better, yes, so he'll be a little bit better. But what has he done that says he's going to throw the ball well, accurately? Nothing. There's nothing. He doesn't have a great arm. You know what I mean? Like you compare it a little bit to Josh Allen's first year. Like he couldn't complete a pass to save his life, but the arm strength and the talent was there. There was nothing from Justin Fields. I can't think of one thing last year that made me say, okay, with proper coaching and a good offense, this guy could play. Nothing.
Not even that highlight Bears fan spam of him throwing the bomb to N'Keal Harry on the Packers.
Well, he's in the NFL. He's going to throw a deep ball here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you give Nathan Peterman 100 chances at throwing a deep ball, he's going to hit 25 of them. You know what I mean? But he's not a guy you want on your NFL.
Nathan Peterman, I don't know about that.
But you get my point. Like he's going to make at least 5. He's going to get 5 deep balls, accurate throws. You know what I mean? But he's not a guy you want on your team. Now, Justin Fields, I think, is going to be a franchise quarterback. But mainly because it's going to be hard to replace him, because it's hard to replace guys that are top 20 or better. Right. It's hard to replace. So I don't see where the Justin Fields propaganda is coming from. I really don't, because what has he shown us that says he's going to be a good quarterback? Nothing.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to see. I think the off of potential is why I have him on the list. I think the upside for them to be a good duo is there. It's just going to be about Justin Fields progressing a little bit as a passer.
I guess so, but if that's the case, then where's the Desmond Ridder, Drake London on this list?
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, I mean, Justin Fields had a full season and ran the ball really well.
Yeah.
That's the only difference between him and Desmond Ridder. That's it. Neither of them could complete a dart. Like it was so bad last year. He was so bad. Like for them to be as good as some people think they're going to be, he's going to have to skyrocket in production.
Yeah.
So, I mean, remember the stats I was reading you last year? He had like the least amount of passing yards all time in a certain span of time.
Yeah. That is true.
Like,
who is hurt?
You know what I mean? For him to be a top 5 fantasy quarterback, like people say he's gonna have to go from literally the worst passing season of all time to a mid-tier quarterback. I don't see that happening. I really don't. So off the list with Justin Fields, off the list with Derek Carr and Chris Olave. And now I've got three guys that should be on this list. We talked a little bit about Josh Allen and Diggs. I think if we're taking both of them off, they should get a spot on here. Yeah. You know how low I am on the Bills and Josh Allen, but Diggs is really talented. Josh Allen has talent. They're going to put up numbers. Yeah. So I think they should be on the list. And then 2 other guys that we didn't mention at all, Stafford and Cooper Kupp.
See, I don't think they're going to be that good this year.
They're not going to be good, but that's all they have on offense, so their numbers are going to be good.
See, I don't think if that's all they have on offense, that's going to be the defensive game plan. Stop Cooper Kupp. Do you not remember when we saw the opening game last year against the Bills?
But here's the thing. Nobody can stop Cooper Kupp. Nobody can. That's the game plan all the time. No one can stop him. There's nobody that can stop him. And Matt Stafford, he's going to be better this year because he was hurt last year. He was hurt. He's going to be better. The team might win 5 games, but the offense is going to be at least a middle-of-the-pack offense because they've got Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford. I know, and I get that. I totally get that. But there's just like I don't know, bro. Those two at their best
are
top 5 in each of their categories.
But they're not going to be at their best this year. It's just not going to happen.
They might. Those two might be. The rest of I mean, think about it, bro. I mean, Jared Goff played the best season of his life last year, and he went 8-9. You know what I mean?
Think the Rams go 7-10.
No, but probably not. But their defense is so bad. It's so bad. Right? So they're going to be in a shootout every week because they can't stop a nosebleed.
Yeah.
And I think those two, they don't have to be on the list, but they need to be an honorable mention because they're just too talented not to be.
Yeah. Oh.
Like a healthy Stafford and a healthy Cooper Kupp are fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see it from them, to be honest.
Okay. Let me put it this way. Put Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Swap the two teams. We're probably saying the same thing about Burrow and Chase.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's about your situation, but either way, they're going to put up really, really good numbers.
Yeah.
Like I think they'll be a top 10 fantasy duo. Like if you combine the points, they'll be a top 10 fantasy duo. I think so. Because Cooper Kupp, he gets too many targets. He gets way too many yards off the catch.
Right.
He gets
I'm just not high on the Rams overall.
Well,
that's why I didn't have them on the list.
I'm not high on the Rams. You know I'm not. You know I think they're gonna have a top 5 pick, but I'm high on Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Just because they're that good. So.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend that Matt Stafford.
What's the other team that you were talking about?
The other two guys that I also brought up were Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper.
See, I was thinking about putting him on this list, but I was just like, I don't know. But that's a good duo. They're definitely like, if I had to put an honorable mention list together, they're probably at the top of that list.
I think so too. And I think it could be like, I don't know. The Browns are the most confusing team in the NFL going into this year.
The biggest question mark by far.
Like this might be a little bit outlandish, but they could go 5-12 or they can win that division. Personally.
Yeah. There's like no in between.
No, because they don't have any holes. At worst, they're mid at certain spots.
Yeah.
But they brought in so much talent. Juan Thornhill, their entire defensive line is changed. They brought in 2 linebackers. They brought in a receiver. I can't remember his name. They drafted a running back to replace Kareem Hunt. They upgraded the offensive line. Deshaun Watson will probably be better this year. Will he be Texans Deshaun Watson? A top 5 arguable quarterback? Maybe not. But Amari Cooper is, again, one of the most underrated receivers in football. We don't talk about him.
Yeah, but he's one of those dudes for sure.
Yeah, him and Mike Evans to me are the most underrated wide receivers in football.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are the 3 duos that I had listed that I think if you had to take off Derek Carr and Chris Olave and then Justin Fields and DJ Moore, those 3 would be the considerations.
Yeah, no,
if I had to pick, I'm probably putting. So my final list would be Mahomes, Burrow, Tua, Kirk, and then Jalen, and then 7 Jared Goff, 8 would be Dak, and then I would have Diggs and Allen at 9, and then Watson, Cooper 10. Personally, that's what my list.
I don't hate that. No. I don't hate it.
So
it's cool.
Good list though.
Yeah, I think the upside for some of these teams is there. Maybe a little bit of hype with the Bears one, but you know, I've seen this movie before with mobile quarterbacks, so I'm gonna drink the Kool-Aid on it and die on the hill.
Bro,
I'm proven otherwise. So
I'm telling you, bro. Justin Fields is not him.
He's not. I'm not saying he's Jalen. I'm not saying he's Jalen. That's not what I'm saying here.
But, bro, here's the difference. Jalen Hurts was a mid-passer his first year. Wasn't even a bad passer. Justin Fields was arguably the worst passer of all time last year. It was so bad. So bad. The glamour of the legs throws us off so much.
Yeah, but there's nowhere to go but up. And if he develops the arm a little bit.
A little bit makes him still a bad passer.
Mid.
Bad.
Like if he could be a bad passer.
Bro, Mike White was having better throwing games than he was last year. Mike White. Mike White was a better passer last year than Justin Fields. Mike White can't keep a job.
That's true. Aaron Rodgers took his job.
I'm sorry. If you can't stand in the pocket and throw the ball, you're not going to be a successful quarterback. And it's just not going to happen. I remember when Mike Vick was with the Falcons, right? Everything they had scripted for him, they didn't have scripted runs. It was all scramble off of second read. If your second read fell apart, you run. That was Mike Vick back with the Falcons.
Yeah.
In Chicago, they're designing runs for Justin Fields because they know he can't throw the ball.
It's tough. You never know. He could come out and shock people.
He could. He could.
But we'll see.
He could.
We'll see.
He could. But there wasn't a single Zach Wilson showed more flashes than him last year. As a passer. I'm trying to separate
a passer in the sense of passing along the moms of the book club.
Yes, I'm just trying to separate the running of Justin Fields, which is arguably one of the best all time,
with the passing.
The worst passing that we've ever seen take the field.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I just think he has nowhere to go but up in terms of his passing.
Oh no, it could get worse. He could tear an Achilles week 3. And then what? You got no run game. You can't throw the ball.
You're wild, bro.
but I'm being dead serious, bro. I'm telling you, he can't throw. He cannot throw the ball. And let me tell you something. It's easy when you have a receiver like DJ Moore. Again, another one of the most underrated receivers in football. It's easy when you have a guy like him who can catch anything.
Yeah.
Put it in range, and that dude's coming down with it.
That's what I'm saying. I
can't wait to watch Bears games this year with you and just say, do you see that duck he just threw?
Listen, do you think he's worse than Marcus Mariota right now?
As a passer? Yes.
I don't know, bro. Marcus Mariota has ducked everything. Literally everything that he's thrown.
So did Justin Fields last year. That's my point, though. Like, Justin Fields was so incredibly bad last year, bro. So bad.
It was nowhere to go but up, bro.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes, but we think the same thing about Marcus Mariota. He's got nowhere to go up.
No, we don't think the same thing about Marcus Mariota.
We do, because you can only go up. You can't go down when you're the worst. Unless you blow out your Achilles.
We're not talking about Marcus Mariota.
Well, Justin Fields is going to be a backup by the end of his rookie career. By the end of his rookie deal.
Contract?
Yes.
Damn.
I'm telling you, bro. He can't throw. So let's move on before I have an aneurysm.
I don't know. I kind of want to see you have an aneurysm.
No, you don't. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that.
That's funny.
You don't want to see that, okay? All right.
Oh, man. Nolan Smith went back to the locker room, and Zach McPherson got carted off.
Oh, it's all going to shit.
Not good for the Eagles.
Not good.
But the Eagles are leading 3-2.
Yo, this is an absolute shootout.
Offensive masterclass.
Yeah. All right, what do you say? Should we get into this Sporkle quiz?
Let's freaking do it.
Okay. As we do every show, out of left field, we're doing a quiz today. We're doing the NFL franchise leaders in rushing, passing, and receiving. We have 13 minutes to fill up 96 names. Some of these are going to be easy. Some of these are going to be hard. Okay? So let's get into it. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Just start throwing names at me.
Tom Brady. Drew Brees. Yep.
Eli
Manning.
and Peyton.
Montana.
Montana. How about Jones Drew? Oh, it's going to be Fred Taylor.
Yep. Brunell. Mark Brunell. Brune. Yep. ELL.
Nice.
Yep.
Receiving. Oh,
what's his name?
Passing for the Bears, Jay Cutler. Rushing for the Bears,
Walter Payton.
I almost put Matt Forte.
Receiving,
Bears receiving.
Brandon Marshall.
Maybe? I don't know if he played there long enough. No, he didn't.
No.
Bengals.
Andy Dalton.
Probably. No.
Boomer Esiason. If not, Ken Anderson.
Anderson and Otis Anderson for the Cardinals.
Anderson, yeah.
I was never getting that. Corey Dillon.
Receiving
Green?
Chad Johnson.
Amon Green for the Packers. Chad Johnson, Calvin Johnson,
Andre Johnson. Hell yeah, the Johnson clutch.
Bills is probably Kelly, and I don't know if Simpson played long enough.
No.
The other guy.
Oh my God. Thomas? Is that his last name?
Yeah, Thurman Thomas.
And
Andre Reed. Broncos, that's easy. That's Elway. Rushing, that's
TD.
Davis. Receiving
Rod Smith.
Emmett Smith, Jimmy Smith,
Steve Smith.
Nice.
Lucky stuff.
Browns, fuck. Couch.
Eagles. McNabb. McNabb.
Rushing, Westbrook.
LaShawn McCoy.
Oh, yeah. I'm like.
Receiving, Mike Quick.
Harold Carmichael.
Okay.
What a pull.
Yeah. 49ers rushing. Frank Gore. Yep. Jerry Rice.
While we're thinking of receivers, let's get Moss. Moss isn't there? Chris Carter
isn't there for the Vikings.
Chris Carter's there. Which makes me think of Favre.
Brett Favre.
Chargers, that's Rivers. Driver. Yep, Donald Driver.
LaDainian Tomlinson for the Chargers.
Tom Lawinson. Yep, Chargers receiver
for the Chargers. Antonio Gates.
Paul. Marcus Allen for the Raiders. Chiefs, is it Mahomes already? Oh, bro.
You gotta learn how to type.
No, then it's Glenn Dalton.
Yeah.
And then Charles, maybe. If it's not, it's Priest Holmes. Jamal Charles. Then Hill. No, Kelsey. No. Oh, no. Browns rushing.
Dwayne Bowe. No. Damn. BOWE.
No.
Damn. All right.
Dolphins, Marino. Rushing for the Dolphins. Ricky Williams? I doubt it. Oh.
Larry Zonka?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Zonka.
SCZ? Oh. I guess not. All right. Cowboys passing.
Oh, got it. That's Zonka.
You did. Cowboys passing Aikman. No. Staubach. If not, it's probably Romo.
Nice.
Receiving,
and then Michael Irvin. Drew Pearson.
Des Bryant.
Brian. Oh, wait, no. It's Witten.
Mondays, Jason Wilton. Giants rushing, Tiki Barber.
Barber, yep. Receiving. Beckham already?
No. Amani Toomer. Toomer.
I put tumor.
like a cancer tumor. Browns passing. Bernie Kosar.
No. Not Tim Couch either. I tried that.
Otto Graham.
Oh yeah, probably Otto Graham.
No. Fuck.
Oh man, that's tough.
That's tough.
Mayfield.
No, it definitely is not Baker Mayfield. There's no freaking way.
Give it a try, right? Had to give it a try. Colts running back. Is it Edgerrin James? Yep. Receiving
Reggie
Marvin
Wayne.
Harrison.
Marvin Harrison.
Oh, Franco Harris.
All right, for the Steelers.
Marvin Harris.
Big Ben for the Steelers passing.
First try.
Oh yeah, receiving.
Brown or Hines Ward.
Hines Ward probably, yeah. Passing for the Texans, Matt Schaub and Arian Foster.
Yep.
For rushing.
What a bad franchise. Titans passing, Warren Moon. No.
Woon.
No, not Warren Moon.
Woon. You put Woon.
Oh, did I?
Yikes. Eddie George.
Oh, yeah, Eddie George.
And receiving would be...
Delaney Walker? No. Interesting pull, though. Matt Ryan for the Falcons.
Kevin Dyson didn't go off like that for the Saints, the Titans, though.
No.
Frank Wycheck.
Wilson.
Rushing.
No, not Lynch. Oh, Alexander. Alexander, and then Largent.
There you go. Panthers passing, Cam Newton. And rushing.
Not CJ. It's not CJ Anderson. No. Well, what's his name? Jonathan Stewart.
Jonathan Stewart.
Yep.
Patriots rushing.
Not Gronkowski. Patriots rushing. I don't even know.
They've had so many running backs. Hernandez is definitely not him. Gronk is not on there, bro.
Oh, Stafford. Sanders.
Barry Sanders.
The Rams. I doubt it's Kurt Warner, but we'll try it. No.
Mark Bolger.
How do you even pronounce such a thing?
No.
Ravens. Flacco.
Jamal Lewis or Ray Rice. Receiving.
That's tough.
Yeah, they go through receivers.
Eric Dickerson? What? Steven Jackson?
Steven Jackson.
Torrey Holt.
Isaac Bruce.
I'm going with Holt. I don't know why I'm typing out the full name. Bruce. Yep, Isaac Bruce. Rams
passing.
Sam Bradford. No.
No. What's his name? Jim Everett?
Yep. Good pull.
Fuck yeah.
Raiders. Plunkett. I don't think he played there long enough. Stabler.
Ken Stabler. No.
Carr.
Rich Gannon?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. Okay. Fuck me.
John Riggins for Washington.
Passing, Theismann.
That man had some serious thighs. How do you even fucking... Oh wait. I think
Thie.
There it is. Theismann. Receiving for them. Jordan Reed.
Santana Moss?
Probably. Nope.
No.
I typed in Randy Moss earlier. Vikings wide receiver, passer, Culpepper. We should get all the quarterbacks. It'd be disgusting if we don't.
Yeah, that is true.
Jameis Winston leaves the Bucs in passing.
Nice.
That is
Fran
disgusting.
Tarkenton for the Vikings.
Tarkenton. There we go.
Cool.
Oh,
We have
Peterson.
three minutes.
Duh.
Adrian Peterson. Joe Horn for the Saints receiving.
Joe Horn, no.
Michael
Stop
Thomas.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Marcus Colston.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. It's not this guy yet, is it?
What are you doing, Keely Ringo? That was a pick.
Pay attention. We got 2 minutes left. I got Mark Ingram leads the Saints in rushing, by the way. Disgusting. Gotcha. Cardinals passer. Palmer?
No. Kyler Murray?
I tried Murray.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait. Is Victor? No. Dumb question.
I don't know who the fuck would be on the Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll, name a Cardinals quarterback because I can't.
What's his name? Jake Plummer?
Oh.
No. Let's see. Jets receiving. Who would be Jets receiving?
I couldn't tell you. Not Marshall, unless I pronounced it wrong.
Bucks rushing. Doug Martin?
No, that would be disgusting, though. Not playoff Lenny.
Facts. Michael Pittman?
Michael Pittman? Colts receiver? No. Some of these are. We don't have the Bears, the Browns.
Larry Fitzgerald for the Cardinals.
Oh my God! Fuck. Bro, some of these on here, I feel like are going to disgust me.
Facts.
Like Patriots receiving, I feel like that should be easy, but it's not. This is a dumb one.
It's not Amendola. Troy Brown.
I already typed in Brown. I got Jim Brown for the Browns earlier. Oh, no. Ravens receiver.
I don't know.
We got 45 seconds. Well, we can get us up to 85, huh?
We definitely ain't going to do that.
I'm going to be disgusted with some of these. Like Falcons rushing, like what? Dolphins receiving is going to be bad. Chiefs
Falcons rushing, wouldn't that be Michael Turner?
Oh.
No. What about Anderson? You put Anderson in already.
Come on.
Come on.
I don't
know. Mike Evans.
Nice.
Yes.
Let's go.
At the buzzer.
85%, average of 58. Let's see.
Cardinals, Jim Hart wouldn't have got that. James Whiter, Johnny Morris, Ozzie Newsome. I probably could have got that. Tony Gonzalez.
That's bad. Don Maynard's
Gerald
bad.
Riggs. Don Maynard's
bad.
Derek Mason.
Art Monk for Washington isn't that bad.
Art Monk, that's a pull.
I'm really only disappointed in Ozzie and Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, that and Derek Mason. For me.
And Don Maynard.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Art Monk is a dog.
That's a name I've heard, but I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm going to.
Yeah.
Good job, though.
Hey, we killed that.
We did. What are some of the craziest polls on here? I think Donald Driver's a little wild.
Donald Driver?
Donald Driver's a little wild. Mark Ingram's a little wild, even though it's recent.
Jim Everett.
Jim Everett's a little wild.
That's a wild one.
Wait, we didn't get him, did we?
Yeah, we did. Jim Everett, Rams passing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
a wild one.
That's wild.
Marcus Colston?
Yeah, probably. That's a little weird.
Jimmy Smith.
Well, no, because I typed in Smith for someone else. So I mean, it's not like
that's true, because I said Rod Smith.
Yep. Jonathan Stewart for the Panthers is probably the wildest one on here.
And Amani Toomer for the Giants too.
Yeah, that one's a little wild. Good job, huh?
Hell yeah.
We did a good job.
We did fantastic.
Yep. Oh, man. We did good.
So now we look at the Eagles game. It's almost halftime. Bears are up 8-3. 8-3.
That's bad. You guys also don't have great depth, so.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what happens.
I said that like coming out
Yep.
when we talked about preseason last week, and you were like, yeah, the Eagles got young guys. I was like, no, our second and third team is just ass.
Yep.
So ass. Trey Sermon is returning kicks right now.
Someone's got to do it.
And got
Someone's
stood
gotta
up
do
to
it.
the 8. What the 18?
All right. What do you say we close this bad boy off, huh?
Yeah. Let's get up out of here.
Yep. So you can watch your Eagles game, and I can take a piss finally. Yep. So thank y'all for listening. This has been the Day One Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Especially comment. Let us know what you want us to do in the next show. Maybe come up with a list that you want us to do.
No, the next show, we'll be doing our schedule predictions.
Yes, we will. So make sure you tune in on Tuesday, 7 o'clock. I'll be extremely hungover because the next time you'll see me, I'll be 22.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Happy early birthday.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
You know what I'm saying?
It feels just like 21, bro, honestly.
Facts. It feels
There's
no
nothing
different. That's
extravagant about it.
Cool. That's cool. Except you're just closer to death.
True.
Yeah. So now that I'm depressed, like, comment,
Let's get up
subscribe.
out of here.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you turn on the push notification bell so you don't miss any content, because we're spitting out shit like crazy, like a spitball in middle school. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit's coming out the straw. Okay. So whether you're on a boat, you're on a bus, you're on a plane, you can get our content wherever you are, because there's Wi-Fi everywhere and there's data, and you broke motherfuckers, go to your friend's house and watch it.
5G exists.
5G exists.
You can get to us.
Sprint Mobile's $40 a month for unlimited, okay?
Or the Walmart shit. I can't.
Cricket Wireless.
Cricket Wireless. There you
Cricket
go.
Wireless. So yeah, make sure you guys tune in. All right. I'm Kyle. That's Anthony. We'll catch y'all later.
Peace.